Welcome to Dunning Field. My name is Mike Hom. I'm the Parks and Recreation Director for the City of St. Paul, and a few of us are going to make a couple brief comments, and then we're going to set home plate over here for Dunning Field of Dreams, and what a great project that's going to be. Joining me here today are some key partners. We have the Mayor of St. Paul, the Honorable Chris Coleman. We have Council Member Melvin Carter from Ward 1. We have Dave St. Peter from the Minnesota Twins. And we have Billy Peterson from the Friends of St. Paul Baseball. We have a great crowd behind us, a lot of people that are invested in this project here at Dunning. I see a lot of longtime community members. I see a lot of the board from the Friends of St. Paul Baseball. Another one of our community partners I see in back of us, Mike Veck from the St. Paul Saints is here. So I'm very excited about this, and let's get on with the program. I want to introduce the Mayor of St. Paul, Chris Coleman, who's been a big supporter of this project and a big supporter of baseball, youth athletics, and youth activities here in the City of St. Paul. Mayor Coleman.
It really is. It's a wonderful thing to be here today on, first of all, such a glorious day, a day that every kid should be outside playing baseball, running around the bases, staying active and staying healthy. But in order for us to do that, we need to have great spaces for our kids to go. And baseball is one of those games that it doesn't take a whole lot to pick up. You know, it just takes a ball. Occasionally a glove helps, something to hit the ball with, but mostly it takes great places. And today we're claiming for the kids in the City of St. Paul and another wonderful space and another wonderful place to be here. Baseball's roots run deep in the City of St. Paul. I don't have to tell you the list, but I always like to kind of mention it because, you know, we have Dave Winfield, we have Paul Mauder, we have Jack Morris, and then there's that other guy, the best player in baseball right now, Joe Mauer. All have their roots playing in these playgrounds, playing on the streets of the City of St. Paul. Incredible history of baseball. So I know that the Twins have been a generous supporter and a generous partner in this effort, but I know it's for selfish interest because they want a new Joe Mauer to come and play on the Twins one of these days, and they know that that person's likely to come from the streets of St. Paul. Dave St. Peter and the Twins have been incredibly generous in our efforts. They've invested over $500,000 in the RBI program, Return Baseball to the Inner City program. That's hugely helpful. $125 million from Major League Baseball and the Twins to help support the rebirth of this field. Great history, great part of the City of St. Paul. You know, our next speaker, Councilmember Carter, can tell you a lot about that because he grew up having a kind of a storied athletic career himself in the City of St. Paul. But we got to keep on giving back to our kids. It's what it's all about. It gets them on the right track. It gets them going in the right direction. It helps make them strong. And hey, maybe one of them will be a future Hall of Fame baseball player. Thank you.
Our next speaker, like me, is a product of our Parks and Recreation system here in the City of St. Paul. He is the council member for Ward 1, and he's an active supporter of St. Paul Parks and Recreation and in this area of town, and a champion for this project, Melvin Carter.
Well, Mike's right. I am a big supporter of the City of St. Paul and our Parks and Rec program, and it's easy for me because the mayor's right, too. I grew up running track in the St. Paul Parks and Rec program, track program. I started when I was about 5 or 6 years old, continued through high school, and ended up going to college on a track and field scholarship. So I totally understand the importance of having top quality facilities, and not just the facilities, but the coaches and the adults and the parents and the mentors who engage our young people day in and day out, season in and season out, so that our young people are doing so much more than just learning a sport. They're learning a skill. They're building relationships with their peers. They're building relationships with mentors, which will serve them their entire lives. And some of them are building ways of life that will fund their college career and perhaps beyond that. And I think maybe I'll see the mayor one, and I think one Hall of Famer out of this crew is easy. Let's go for 2 or 3. I think that's reasonable. We've got a couple already here. I think this is an incredible program here. I had a whole lot of friends who grew up playing baseball here on these fields for the Midway baseball program, and this is a phenomenal program. The one that can only be made stronger, only be made better by what we're doing today, and that's placing the home plate for a phenomenal world-class facility here for them to learn the sport, to play the sport, and to have games out here with each other right in our home neighborhood. The importance of that can't be understated, and in the context of this whole kind of super block that we're building. I'll call it a super block maybe, that if you haven't noticed, we've got a brand new campus at Oxford Community Center with 4 gyms and all kinds of excellent athletic equipment, and all the way up to Concordia University where they're building a new stadium out there. We are building in St. Paul one of the best sports youth athletics complexes in our state. So this is fantastic. I'm excited. I probably won't. I learned at an early age that baseball wasn't necessarily my sport, and so I'll come out here and watch these guys, and I expect to see that Midway baseball team touching home plate quite a bit this season and next season and as we go forward. Is that all right? All right, we're gonna hit home plate quite a bit. All right.
Our next speaker is the president of the Minnesota Twins, Dave St. Peter. And the Minnesota Twins have been a great partner for our program for the past 13 years, as the mayor has mentioned. Without their support, our Rookie League and RBI programs would not be possible. And I want to express my gratitude for that. I also want to express my gratitude for the current 4-game winning streak that the Twins are on. And here's hoping that tonight we're watching a 5th win. Welcome, Dave St. Peter.
Well, I very much appreciated the mayor's comments and Councilmember Carter's comments. You know, the mayor mentioned that we might have the next Joe Mauer, but you know what we need right now? We need pitching. So I need the next Jack Morris. One of you guys going to be the next Jack Morris? I'd take that. But it's a special time right now for the Twins. Last night we put the grass down at Target Field and started that process, and people asked, you know, what was that like? And I said, you know, I think grass is something people can relate to. You know, not only they can relate to scoreboards or sight lines or things like that, but think about it. Every Little League field, every high school field, every amateur field throughout Twins territory has typically grass and an infield and a home plate. And that's what we did yesterday in terms of that ballpark. And today, I think, marks the continuation of a commitment that we made as an organization, thanks to leaders like a Kirby Puckett and a Dave Winfield, who came to us in 1993 and talked to us about how we can, frankly, give back and do more in urban centers of Minneapolis and St. Paul to develop the game. And thanks to their vision and their leadership, I know more than 2,500 kids played in the Twins Rookie League RBI program this summer. And continues because of leaders like Steve Winfield and Billy Peterson and their volunteers and the St. Paul Saints and all they do. So we are very much honored to be here today representing the Twins organization, the Minnesota Twins Community Fund, and Major League Baseball. This is certainly the capital of baseball in Minnesota, as the mayor echoed, and there's no better place today to celebrate this wonderful game than here at Dunning Field. Thank you for the opportunity to be here.
Thank you, Dave. Our final speaker is from the Friends of St. Paul Baseball, Billy Peterson. But in introducing Billy, I want a little bit about this project. This project is a $250,000 project, half of which came from a grant from Major League Baseball that Mr. St. Peter and the Minnesota Twins were extremely helpful in being able to secure. The other half of the money is being raised privately by the Friends of St. Paul Baseball, working with fundraisers that they do, such as the annual Mauer Golf Tournament. So thank you, Billy, and I welcome to the podium Billy Peterson.
I like to quote 2 sayings. One, takes a village. It's an African saying. It takes a village to raise a child. It takes a village to build a field, and we have had a tremendous amount of people involved in making this project a reality. The second saying is, he who speaks last speaks least. I'm a man of few words. I'm a man of very few words. I do my speaking with a shovel and a rake. So somebody pass me that shovel and let's get to it and put home plate where it belongs. Thank you.